The Shoei J Cruise has been around for a while, but it remains one of the best, if not the best helmets in its own category. So we're going to take it apart and give it a review. Shoei's J Cruise comes with top quality, top features, top comfort. It really is one of the best when it comes to the open face jet helmet market, especially ones with the big visor on the front. Now this is going to be a bit of an older helmet, but it's also a replacement for the Shoei J Wing. Same kind of style, but with a few improvements. And it's going to be very similar to the Neotech 2. Really, I call this the Neotech 2 just without the chin bar because it has the same kind of shell and the features, the profile, it's kind of similar. But we'll see where it differs a little bit later on when we go through everything. Now, seeing as this is a Shoei helmet, top quality, it's going to be very high, but it's also going to have a premium price coming with it. It's going to come in about 450 euros or about $500 at the recommended retail price. So if you're looking at buying this helmet and wondering if it is the best kind of style for you, then check out our helmet buying guide. That's going to help you figure out which helmet type is best for you and the kind of things you should be looking out for in a helmet. That's going to be on our Champion Helmets YouTube channel. And so now we're going to move on to the shell of the J Cruise. Shoei's Advanced Integrated Matrix or AIM shell is their standard material that we see in most of their helmets, and there's very good reason for this. It's made mainly out of fiberglass, but also organic fibers built up in multiple layers for reduced weight but maximum strength. And weight is something of an issue for the J Cruise though, because it's going to be a little bit on the heavy side. This helmet here is a size XL and it's meant to weigh in at 1450 grams, though I weighed it in at 1430, which was something of a nice surprise. So you might be wondering why we chose XL as well. It's because I want to show you something a little bit more realistic, something a little bit more common. XS is not the most common size around, and it's also the lightest, so a lot of people will show that off, kind of give you the best case scenario, whereas this is a little bit more realistic with the bigger sizes. Now, in good news with the J Cruise, we do as well have 4 shell sizes. So next, let's look at the ventilation, and it's a little bit limited because up top we have one scoop here. You can open it to one of 3 positions like that, so you can run through them. It's going to bring a fair bit of air in though, which is a pretty good feature. At the back, 2 exhausts. We have these, you can open them to one of 3 positions as well. And then finally at the bottom, it's going to allow some air through. There's some channels in the EPS we'll see in a moment. But you can see that ventilation is a little bit limited. Fair enough, it's an open face jet helmet. But because we have those 3 different options, it does make up for the fact that it's a little bit limited. It just gives you a bit more customization where you can really run through and personalize it to what you're actually needing. All right, so let's move on now to the CJ2 visor, the visor for the J Cruise. It's going to be pretty big, as you can tell, covering the full face. And at the bottom here, we have this little lip. You can see that there. It's just going to help to catch more wind, a bit more rain as well if it gets a bit wet, and direct it away from this open exposed area. So we found it works pretty well at speed to minimize on wind noise, but also in terms of your comfort, because you're not getting just whipped in the face by lots of air when you're going 130. So with this visor as well, it's going to be pin lock anti-fog lens prepared. You can see the pins there. Now to open it up, it's pretty easy. We have a little notch in here, pretty old school system, but it opens up nice and easily, just like that. And you can see it kind of locks into position up top, and then it also then locks in at the bottom. So we have 2 settings, we have open and closed. Again, kind of simple there, but the mechanism is spring loaded, meaning that it's going to pull the visor against the shell, make a nice tight seal up top. Shoei's good at that, and they've done it pretty well here again. Now if I open this up, it's pretty easy to take the visor off. We have a little kind of like tab down here, so we can just pull on that. Oh, nope, here it is. And then it unleashes it, and then we can pull it out. Do it as well on this side. Get that little thing there, pull it, and then it just pops out nice and easily. You can see that visor. You can have a much better look at that mechanism there with the spring, which helps to pull it against the shell. Putting it back on, very easy. Probably start on this side. Line it up, get it into position, and you'll know it's in position because it all looks right and all slots into place, and then push it on, 2 clicks. Same thing on the other side. Push it on till it clicks, and then you can close it up. Nice and easy to change out. Now you may have noticed this little slider here. This is for the sun visor, drop down sun visor, housed in the shell, so I have a bit more of a ridge up top. And we can open and close it. You can see it gives a pretty good amount of coverage dropping down, I think to a pretty good point. And the slider, it's also pretty easy to find and use on the J Cruise. All right, so now it's time to get the liner out, and this is Shoei's 3D Max Dry Liner. So let's get it out, get our donut. And no emergency quick release. We're gonna have to do this the old-fashioned way and just pull them out. So that's unlocked, that's good. 3 little snaps. That's 1 cheek pad. Two cheek pads. And then up here, snaps on the brow. All right, so that's the liner. Let's have a look at this. It's removable, it's washable, antibacterial, and it's also moisture wicking. So you can see that there. It's going to be actually a little bit thin. That was still going to be pretty comfortable. It's going to promote quite a lot of airflow, which is great, especially on this helmet. It's a bit limited with those vents. Flip it this way, you can have a look. That there as well. Absorbent. It's also going to be pretty soft. Great for your comfort. Shoei make very comfortable helmets. This one is no exception. Nothing out of place. Everything is where it should be. And we have some holes as well to promote airflow with that. Coming back to the cheek pad, same kind of thing. Nothing out of place. Everything feels soft. Everything feels well finished. Let's head to the inside of the helmets. And you can see channels in the EPS for our ventilation. Not very deep, but we have quite a lot. It's going to allow a good amount of airflow coming all the way back to the base of your neck, meaning that you're going to have some air coming out the bottom there, again improving your airflow. Then on the inside, we have these little noise isolators. So they're there basically to cover the speaker cutouts, making sure there's no excess noise floating around, getting into your ears, and basically being uncomfortable. Also, soft padded, they're going to be comfortable for your ears. So you can see those cutouts there. It's prepared for a communication system. And everything here is well finished. Everything is made to what we would expect from a Shoei helmet. All right, so let's round out our last couple features with the J Cruise. The helmet comes with a metal micro ratchet system to keep you in the helmet. And there's also going to be some extra padding for comfort and wind noise reduction on the straps. The wind noise reduction will not be your biggest concern as this is an open face jet helmet. And then the line is going to be comfortable for riders with glasses because it has that preparation, meaning that it's going to have a little bit more space around the temples. So now if you're looking to pick up a Shoei J Cruise, then head over to championhelmets.com and scroll down to the product bundles, and that's because you'll find a discount with the SENA 10U comm system, which is made for this helmet, of about €70. So do make sure you check out those bundles to get the best deals around. The Shoei J Cruise offers everything we expect from Shoei. Premium quality, premium comfort, and also premium features, plus a premium price tag to match. So guys, if you're looking for a comfortable open-face jet helmet, Shoei does have you covered with the J Cruise. Now, if you want to see any more kind of reviews like this, guides, how-tos, whatever, then subscribe to us on YouTube, and that way you can stay up to date with all the latest coming out from the motorcycle gear world. So guys, thanks for watching this review on the Shoei J Cruise. I'm Chris from Champion Helmets, and I hope to see you all next time.